Good morning, everyone. Hello, my name is Shanti Douglas. I know you're probably expecting Tara in the room, but she is on a wonderful vacation. So I'm filling in for her today, this morning. I hope everyone's doing well. Do me a favor, just send a quick hello in the chat. Feel free to message through there. Would love to hear from you this morning. How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful day out. Yes. I'm here in Western Mass, and as you have probably experienced too, it's been super, super dry. We finally got an inch of rain last week after like 6 weeks, and it rained this morning. Beautiful time out under my gazebo, and all of a sudden it started tinkling down, and it just made me so happy, and I could just feel the earth in my gardens just like celebrating. So I love that. Did anyone else experience that this morning? Yeah, somebody's just coming back from a walk. I'm going to have to get it after this. But yes, it was just so, so beautiful. I love the rain. I love the sun. We're going to be talking about that today, actually, the theme of having some balance. So just to officially begin, this is a mindfulness practice and discussion session, which we hold this same time every Thursday morning, is being brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. And this session is part of our Living Well community, which features a variety of interactive and on-demand wellness programming that's really available to anyone, anywhere at no cost, which I think is so awesome. And this has includes not only mindfulness programs, but also yoga classes, fitness classes, cooking demos. You know, the list can go on. I will put the web link in the chat, which is just harvardpilgrim.org/living well. So if you haven't had the opportunity to meander there at some point, just kind of go and peruse it out, see what's there, maybe fit some of the activities into your schedule, calendar them. That's really how I end up being able to do what I do. Otherwise, poof, the moment seems to be fleeting. So again, welcome to everyone. Tara is on vacation. My name is Shanti Douglas, here to fill in. And if you've been practicing with us before, you know that we typically have a rough theme, and we'll sit in some meditative form for about 12 to 15 minutes. Love to have you share in the chat. Love to have that conversation in there. So please do feel free to put in comments, questions. And if you have any additional resources or anything else going on, any books, any new videos, anything that you think would be inspiring to the community here, please do that. So, you know, it's already August 7th. And, you know, does anybody feel like, wow, summer is approaching the end? I know we don't want to say that, although I know July was super slow, I think, because it was so hot. But give a thumbs up or something if you feel like, you know, there's still things that I want to get done. I want to go places. I want to visit people. Maybe there's still some projects that haven't been addressed. Anyone else besides me feeling like, you know, it's like coming together? Yeah, feels unusually short for some reason, summer ending. And this is sort of what I wanted to talk about today, because, you know, that balance point, it's like we love the rain, but we don't love it always raining. We love the sun, but we don't love it always sunny. I think the great majority of us enjoy having something to do, right? A focal point within our day, but we don't want to be that overwhelmed. I can't breathe. I'm not, you know, stopping sort of thing. But we also don't really like to be completely idle, although, you know, we need to rest, and rest is part of that healthcare. So, that balance point. And this is what I want us to take a peek at today. How and where is that balance point? Even in the ocean, we have that anchor that keeps the boat, keeps us tethered. But, that's while the very bottom of the anchor can be right there, the buoy on top, it moves with the waves. So how do we move with the changing conditions and being able to have a sense of ease, comfort, flow, not too much, not too little, sort of like that Goldilocks, right? That Goldilocks, if you remember the Three Bears story as a child. So let's see how that kind of shows up in our practice today. So let's begin by just readjusting perhaps your body, coming to a greater sense of balance right here, the three-legged stool, right? We have our feet on the floor, we have our seat on our chair. If we're sitting, of course, if you want to lay down for today's practice, feel free to do that. If you want to stand up, whatever works for you. And it's always an invitation to close your eyes, but again, feel free to simply create a soft haze gaze if that works for you instead. It's a curiosity, it's an experimentation, it's your practice. So take what's useful, leave what doesn't work. And I always like to begin by simply tuning into my body and relaxing my belly. As we go through the day and we're busy and we're active and we're taking care of things, there's a tension that can be created right there in our belly, an unintentional tension. And when we don't relax it enough, it can end up having our breath be higher in our body, which then can continue on, even precipitating that constant go, go, go energy. So whenever we can remember, we just relax our belly, telling our nervous system, telling all of our systems, it's okay, I'm right here. Maybe take a big breath of a sigh, letting yourself arrive into this moment. Feeling your seat, feeling your feet. And turning inward to paying attention to the breath and the body breathing. Right here, the intelligence of the body knows how to breathe, knows what type of breath you need in this moment. So we're not prescribing the breath at all. And as we can gently settle into awareness of body and breath, letting down, letting go the need for it to be a certain way. Maybe you can find that balance point of the breath, the energizer, the feeder, the giving of nutrients to our whole being. What that balance point is within yourself, within your body, right here, right now. settling into letting our breath and our body be its perfect condition. And as our breath settles with easefulness, softness, begin to expand out the awareness to your body as a whole. And become aware of perhaps a place or two or three that feels off balance. So maybe it's a positioning situation. Maybe it's a muscle that you've overworked. Maybe it's a lingering injury or soft spot that doesn't feel like it has its organic strength. And while keeping our attention, mindful presence, feel invited to simply move your body, engage your body in some way to support a more balanced body. Just gentle, mindful movements, if this would be supportive to create greater balance and ease. Bringing the body and the breath to balance. And then extending this sense of balance into your greater space. And we'll turn to the sounds around us. There may be sounds that are pulling us away from our practice right now. There may be internal sounds in the body or especially the mind. And see if you can float into a space where the sounds are just sounds. Even if there's a dog barking or a truck going by, it's not a noise, it's just a sound that's passing through like a gentle breeze. And you're here, you're anchored, you are this floating buoy. And as you do this, you may notice that your space gets bigger and wider. That you're not attached in a deep way to anything in particular, except to just be right here in the present moment. As this moment is coming in and leaving, as its existence is changing, you're still right here. So let's take the next few minutes to just be right here. And to complete our practice today, I always like to ask a self-care question. What would be helpful for you in creating a deeper sense of balance, at least over the next few weeks, right? The next few weeks, while we still have this capacity to enjoy the summertime. Just asking our heart, is there something you like to do, not do? What would be nourishing for you? And just taking a peek to listen. And if your eyes have been closed, you can open them. Give yourself a beautiful smile and appreciation. And I want to read a part of a poem from Donna Fod's in her book, Go In and In. She says, a life of truth walks the edge between ease and effort. There's nothing you must do to win approval, no list of saintly acts to tick off one by one, no required deprivations. Say yes to life, and you're blessed with countless opportunities to choose wholeness over fragmentation. I love that. That's wonderful. So anything anybody would like to share in the chat, please feel free to do so. Yes, I love her. She's Like my book has so many things on it. And then, yeah, she's wonderful. So finding the sense of balance, I think, I know for me, I feel like that's my life goal, you know, um, about 18 years or so ago, I experienced burnout. Like, yeah, it took me a long time to get back from that. And ever since then, I feel like my whole life is, hey, balance, balance. But I'm innately, this is something I know of myself, I'm a pendulum swinger, right? I'm, wow, super on, and then have a tendency to deplete myself. And it's like, oh, I need to totally step away. So it's a practice just to like be within the middle way, right? That's probably why we're here, to practice the middle way. How can I just be right here in the middle? I don't have to be in the hard line, but I don't need to be going to the extremes on a regular basis. Yeah, the name of the poem, the full name of the poem is called Paradox. And it's from this book right here. Go in and in. Yep, so wonderful. Does anybody have any, maybe you have a poem or a special book that you read in the morning, or to help you reset, come back to balance, or maybe you have a way that really helps you to rebalance, helps you to say, nope, bing, let's get back to the center. I know for me, going for a walk is super important. And then also having like a special, I call it like your happy place or your good place. Mine is the ocean, which I moved 2 years ago. So instead of being 45 minutes away, I'm 2 hours, but I am going after that today. Yeah, sitting on the beach. So I'm super excited to just hang out, watch the sunrise tomorrow morning, not have a plan. That's one of my favorite days, is having a scheduled, non-scheduled day. Like I don't even have the to-do list. There's no errands, there's nothing. And I really call it like a day of mindfulness, where organically, moment to moment, what is it that I want to do? Right? What is it that I feel like would be good for me right now? Maybe it's taking a nap. Maybe it's doing some artwork. Maybe it's going to listen to some music. Doesn't matter, but I'm listening to this inner guide. Yeah, somebody's sharing they do that too. Isn't it so wonderful? And it's, I think it's funny, but I also think it's needed to schedule it. And even if it's not a full day, where can you carve out a half a day, at least once a month? You deserve that. I would say every week for sure, but I know, lives are different and they're complicated. Or some days, some weeks, it may just be for 1 hour, the freedom hour, right? I don't, and along with it, it's not just about what we do or don't do, it's the mindset. It's, I'm not going to feel guilty or feel pressured, to do something, or I should be doing something else. No, it's like we're creating this beautiful bubble around this space and time where we just get back to, hey, me, right? What do I want? And that can fill us up with so much joy. It can definitely refresh us. So anything else anybody would love to share? I'd love to hear from you more in the chat. That'd be great. What are your plans for today, for this week, for this month? Anything that you're looking forward to over the next few weeks, even. Like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to rest. I want to go to that concert. I want to sign up for that retreat. I want to rededicate myself to whatever that is. Somebody's sharing, I feel like my challenge is trying to figure out what I want, what my body needs. Yeah. Yeah. The figuring out part, right? I want that feeling sense, that perfection, that whatever. I don't know. I get that for sure. Start small, right? Take like 5 minutes and say, okay, brain, I'm just going to move in my body. Or maybe there's like a favorite song, or an artist or something you like to listen to, and just, jam it out, dance it out, right? And then not feeling like you need to have all of these, again, that prescription, right? That prescription of what do I want? Where should I go? All of that. Somebody sharing, taking the day off to just relax at the beach. I love watching sunsets. Yes. They're so, not everyone gets to watch the sunset, right? Um, Not feeling guilty for the balance. Someone else is sharing. Yes, let's put away that guilt, having that guiltless time to come back to yourself, to give yourself that space. I mean, that's truly self-care, right? I mean, there's always the sleeping, eating, moving, hydration. That's definitely self-care. But how we think about how we take care of ourselves is really huge. Someone else is sharing, heading to the White Mountains for a few days in a couple of weeks. No plans of what to do. Very much looking forward to what will transpire. Yes. And like being that, hey, I'm just going to go with the flow. And I find then that the most amazing things happen. You meet the most beautiful people because, again, it's not scripted out. It's like, I'm just going to do with whatever is coming about. And that's how we flow, right? We flow energetically with things. Yes, wonderful. The floating buoy. Sunrise and ocean swim as many times as possible. Somebody sharing, I too have a tendency to be a pendulum swinger and have to be diligent and intentional with finding balance. Yes. And, there's strength in being a pendulum swinger too. But, again, it's that balance with that diligence, energy, effort. What's that balance between ease and effort? And it's all a practice. And, that's what makes our individual lives interesting, right? We're a big experiment. Every day is a new finding out, no matter how much we know about ourselves. Yeah, pouring into myself more. Pour it in. Yeah, spending time at the ocean feels like a vacation, even just for an hour or two. It does. It's amazing how these little pockets just fill us up. So that's my invitation to you, right? Fill yourself up. Notice that balance between effort and ease, and give yourself all that you need, because you are definitely worth it. All right, stay well, everyone. Look forward to seeing you again whenever maybe Tara takes another day or two off. Have a great weekend. Lots of peace. Bye-bye.